So I want to talk about the toucan necklace from the Plant Hunter's Paradise collection. And this is a great piece, and one I wanted to talk to you about for two reasons. The first one is the toucan himself. Now, I love a toucan. When I was a kid, I had a lot of bird books, but my favourite one was one about a toucan, and I used to love drawing toucans, and particularly colouring in their bills. I used to love doing that. So I had great fun making the toucan. I went to the Natural History Museum. I did a lot of drawings. I took the drawings back, and I worked them into a design, and then I cut the toucan out of a piece of really thick, chunky silver and filed him up into shape. But when I finished that, he looked a little bit stiff for some reason. And in a moment of madness, I lopped his head off. Plop, it went onto the bench. And then I soldered it back on at a jaunty angle, and suddenly he had bags of personality, so I was really pleased with him. Now, the toucan's great, but one of the things that I think is interesting about this necklace is it's a really signature Alex Monroe piece. And the reason for that is I've done a composition. So what I've done is I've made a circle of silver, and I've built my composition within that circle, and you'll see that's a theme that's run through a lot of my work. I made the circle out of silver rod, which I forged down and file and twine around itself to get a really viney sort of organic feel. Then I take all the different elements, the different leaves and the toucan himself, and using tweezers, I'm putting a little bit of blue tack on the back of each element. I'll carefully place everything in the composition until I'm really happy with the way it looks and it says everything that I wanted to say. Once I've done that, I'll photograph it on my iPhone to make a record of how I made it. And then I'll go onto the forge and I'll solder each piece into exactly the right position. Once that's done, I've got the piece that I'm pretty happy with, and that can go off to the casters. When it comes back, I'll polish it off, then off it goes again to the gold platers. Then when he comes back, I'll put it on a chain. Now this piece is quite a strong piece. I like them on a slightly longer chain, so I'm going to have him on a slightly longer chain. Once it's all assembled and gold plated, it looks super, just like that.